Hi, thanks for watching. Andy here with a look at the astrology. It's Friday, the 8th of June 2018. The year is moving on, the week is moving on, the week is just about finished actually. And at the moment we have the moon in Aries, so it's the beginning of a new cycle really, although the moon isn't down to new moon yet. That doesn't happen until next Wednesday the 13th. But the moon is in Aries now, so people are that bit more active. People can be impetuous, want to get things done really quick. You then can get a certain amount of criticism creeping in. People can criticize themselves too much and other people too much. Both of those are good things to avoid, really. We want to be looking for the positives in life, really, and that's always the answer to anything like that. It's a good time for anything that kind of you have to get done quickly, basically, because it is a fast-moving influence, Aries. But it's not so good if you really need patience, painstaking, meticulously going through things with a fine-tooth comb to make them right. It's not the best time for that. But things do change as we go on. We've got a Taurus moon coming in on Sunday, of course, but it's going to be the Aries influence pretty well right through the weekend. There is a long void, of course, coming up on Saturday, but then that's tomorrow. It's actually 2036 UK time, so that is well and truly in tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. So we'll tackle that one when we come to it. There's not a great deal going on actually today, so let's have a look at the day of the moon cycle, lunar day 24, day 24 of the moon cycle, which obviously means it's not too long till we get to a new moon. In the European tradition, it's kind of a neutral day, doesn't really mean anything. Vedic astrology and Avesta astrology emphasize that it brings more physical energy and sexuality. And when it happens with a Scorpio moon, then you really see people using their sexuality in a way that isn't entirely good, shall we say. But at the moment, under an Aries moon, that ought to be rather good, I think, because it's more physical energy behind getting things done, behind moving forwards. The only thing is it can bring a certain amount of kind of arguments, it brings out rivalries in people, and so that then you get some risk-taking and you get people going a bit too far, in their kind of struggle against each other. We all kind of need enemies and that kind of thing, is just as much as we need friends, really, and it can be like that. Okay, also today, Lunar Mansion 2, Albutane, effort, courage, will, energy, but conflict as well. A good day for anything to do with trading in business, also finding treasures, that kind of thing. If you need to ask the boss for a favour, it's quite a good day for that as well, actually. But it's less good for love, friendship. Journeys over water aren't really a good thing to be doing today. It's not a passive day at all, and that's actually very true because of the Aries influence too. It's not a time to sit back and let things happen. You will probably find that no one else is sitting back and letting things happen, so do get out there and do something today if you possibly can. Okay, anyway, there we go. The moon's in Aries right this minute as I speak, which is 8:01 AM UK time. That's UTC +1 or GMT +1. The moon is actually 35.0% full. As I say, on her way down to new moon, and that's coming on Wednesday, the 13th of June at 20:43 UK time. So let me see, that must be, oh gosh, midday 43, noon 43 Pacific, 3:43 PM Eastern. Goodness me, so not long now at all. The cycle keeps on turning, you see, it never stops. There are times in the cycle when we can do more, there are times in the cycle when we can do less, but it never ever actually stops. As I speak, Mercury is void in Gemini. That's brought up the nervous energy a bit. So that could, it's not going to be really smooth going between people. I shouldn't think, anyway, particularly under an Aries moon, which is compounding that a bit. Communications aren't likely to go all that well. There could be big problems with travel and transport as well, on the scale that we might expect when Mercury is actually retrograde, which isn't the case. I believe there's another Mercury retrograde beginning in July, but we're nowhere like that yet at the moment. Instead, Saturn, Jupiter and Neptune are all retrograde, and Vesta as well is retrograde at the moment. And at some point in July, I think there are 6 planets retrograde all at the same time. That is not a bad thing, but it's a thing that makes it difficult to call. It's kind of bad for astrologers' credibility on some levels, but I'm going to try and duck that one. Minor aspects today that are happening. Mars as opposed to true node, that's actually already happened. That was during the UK night. The true node or the north node, all about which way we are going in life, where we're headed, where do we see ourselves in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time, eternity, I don't know, but where do we see ourselves, where are we headed? That's what the north node is all about. Because of Mars opposing that, there may have been some bad feeling around that kind of thing in the last day or so. There may even be remnants of that today. But any minute now at 8:22 a.m. UK time, Mars in Aquarius is going to semi-sextile Saturn, and that's a different kettle of fish. Exactly what that semi-sextile is going to do depends on your birth chart and all your personal astrology. If in doubt, get a birth chart done. In fact, even if not in doubt, get a birth chart done. It's well and truly well worth it. What else now? Mercury is quincunxing Pluto. Again, that's a minor alignment. And Mercury is biquintiling Jupiter as well. Mercury is super active because also today, June the 8th 2018, at 11:52 p.m. UK time, so we won't see that till afternoon in the States, night time here, Mercury in Gemini is going to semi-square the North Node. And then, we've had Mars with the North Node bringing a certain amount of anxiety to bear on the situation, and then it'll just be confusing. But only for a short time, and these are minor aspects, do not worry about them. Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope your weekend is good if you can't get on, but I'll be here as much as I possibly can every single day, so I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great Friday. Bye.